For this year's International Day of Women and Girls in Science, I'd like to celebrate the extraordinary life of Dorothea Erxleben, who was born in Prussia in 1715. Not many people have heard of her, and I hadn't until I was watching a recent quiz show on German television. The question was based around the fact that in 1754, Dorothea Erxleben was the first woman in Prussia to obtain a doctor in medicine, which was 150 years before women were first allowed to even study at Prussian universities. This made me curious about how a woman was able to achieve the impossible, when at the time a widespread belief was that the female mind wasn't suited to the study of medicine or anything else. It turns out that Dorothea Erxleben was a doctor's daughter who learned to read at the age of 4, had an endless appetite for medical knowledge, and at the age of 16 was assisting her father in his practice. She wanted to study medicine like her father had, but this wasn't allowed. In 1740, Frederick II was crowned King of Prussia. He was young and progressive for the time and promised change. So Dorothea tried her luck and asked the young king for permission to study medicine along with her brother. Amazingly, 6 months later, the king gave his permission. Despite not having a formal degree in medicine, she obtained her doctorate in medicine in 1754 against all the odds and to the astonishment of her male peers. The story of Dorothea Erxleben is a truly inspiring story of a woman who persevered against all the odds to succeed in science, achieving what was otherwise considered impossible at the time.
I myself have worked in science for a long time, with male and female colleagues and male and female supervisors. Those I enjoyed working with and learned from, I would not categorize by gender. Equality means that it should not depend on one's gender, which profession one pursues. But this is obviously not the case at present. Overall, many more men than women work in science, and women's work is still generally less appreciated by men in the field. So even if women are interested in science, they may still think twice about working in the field. All of this means that we need more women in science, and we need a change in attitude. And today, I'm so glad that my big daughter studies science, that her interest in science led her to make that choice, regardless of the still prevailing role models that society offers her. That's the future.
Hello. I congratulate all you women in science for the contributions that you're making, not only to science and the advancement of healthcare, but as I think about it, to the advancement and the advancement that you're making to our society as a whole. And the way that you demonstrate through your actions what it looks like for when everyone has freedom to pursue their callings, freedom to pursue their passions, and what that would look like for all of the children and, well, not only children, but all of us, from children all the way up to mature adults. What it looks like when you go forward and pursue your careers and pursue your dreams. And that advancement that you make, that encouragement that you provide, and the examples that you set can only mean great things for all of us as we go forward here.
Clearly, it's important for women and girls to be in science, and I think there are a number of amazing historical, inspirational stories of women who've made amazing contributions. Some have even been turned into incredible films. Mary Anning, the paleontologist, Hypatia, Greek mathematician, Katherine Johnson, the now famous NASA mathematician, and Barbara McClintock in my field of genetics. However, I'd like to actually talk about my profession, which is medical writing. It is one of the few scientific endeavors where women actually form the majority. A recent European Medical Writers Association poll indicated roughly 70% of the medical writers in Europe are in fact women. So, if you're listening to this and you're a woman or a girl and are interested in science, yes, we're still looking to get equality in many fields of science, but in medical writing, where we take clinical research results and prepare documents for regulatory approval, women are in fact the majority. So hang in there, follow your interests, become a scientist, There are fields where women have achieved not only equality but the majority, and we can all hope for a better future where everyone gets their chance to contribute to scientific progress. Thank you.